New at 4, the Missouri Public Service Commission has ordered an investigation into Liberty Utilities' billing and customer service practices. The commission says the investigation is because of numerous complaints and testimony about issues with the utility company. Under the order, commission staff must provide reports every 3 months, beginning on April 30th, on the progress of that investigation. Arkansas State Police arrested a man and woman in connection with the death investigation in Gassville. Danny Witzel of Gassville faces a first-degree murder charge in the death of Ian Lapio. State prosecutors also charged Crystal Witzel with aggravated assault and terroristic threatening. Investigators say it happened on Mountain Loop Road on January 25th. Officers found Lapio dead in the street of an apparent gunshot wound. Witnesses told authorities the two men were involved in a fight before that shooting.